My name is Daniel McGonigle. I'm here at Camp Constitution. It's a week-long summer camp for families, and I'm one of the instructors here, and I gave a presentation on Bastiat's The Law. And Bastiat defined the law basically as the collective or common defense of rights to life, liberty, and property. Now, Bastiat wrote the law in 1850, just after France was in the heights of a socialist revolution. Now, the purpose of this video is to introduce the viewers to my first book, where I'm the editor. It's called Execute the Laws to Restore the Republic. And the subtitle, this is my first volume in a book series, and the subtitle is Volume 1, Intro to Constitutional Homemade Security, Alleged Emergency Powers, Martial Law, and the Common Defense. Now I'm going to explain, I have asterisks next to some of these phrases right on the cover, and I'm going to explain what those three phrases are. Execute the laws is a phrase in per Article 1, Section 8, Clause 15 of the Constitution for the United States of America. It's also in state constitutions, and execute the laws or execution of the laws is also in the U.S. statutes at large, which is the actual federal law, not the U.S. code. The U.S. statutes at large is the actual federal laws that are passed into law. Now, execution of the laws means the execution of the Constitution and constitutional laws. Constitutional Homemade Security, that's the title of a book, 2007, by Dr. Edwin Vieira, Jr. Volume 1, The Nation in Arms, A Call for Americans to Revitalize the Militia of the Several States. Now, Dr. Vieira is one of the recognized top experts on the power of the sword, the power of the purse. Power of the sword being the military power of we the people, the intended military power of we the people. The power of the purse being the intended power of money, or what the Constitution calls for is sound money, gold and silver. That's the power of the purse. Dr. Vieira has written pieces of 8 on the power of the purse, and he recently, in the end of 2012, he published his 2,300-page book, The Sword and Sovereignty. Okay, now back to my book here. This is an introductory volume. I intend to have, if there's enough demand for the subject matter, I intend to have multi-volume set, getting into the details of what I introduced in Volume 1. Now, the Common Defense, which is part of the subtitle, that's from Article 1, Section 8, Clause 1 of the Constitution, and it's also a purpose and part of the preamble to the Constitution to provide for the common defense. Now, that phrase is also in the Articles of Confederation. It's also in state constitutions, and the common defense is intended to be composed according to fundamental, historical, and constitutional principles. The common defense is intended to be composed of the whole body of the people, the able-bodied people, enumerated to constitute the well-regulated militia of the several states, Second Amendment, Article 2, Section 2, and the militia of the several counties, which that phrase is in the colonial Virginia statutes on militia acts. Now, America is at a critical crossroads, and American fundamental and constitutional principles are being incrementally and systematically broken down, set aside, and concurrently there's an incrementally enlarging surveillance and police state. And the alleged purposes of these two activities are for security reasons, and we are advised that we need to allegedly give up some of our liberty to have and increase our security. But what the readers of this book will find out, you can have, and it's enumerated in the Constitution, you can have complete and total security everywhere while concurrently having total and complete protection of all rights asserted in the Declaration of Independence and the Bill of Rights. And the question I have on the back cover of my book, did not the founders and we the people plan for emergencies, safety, security, and protection of rights? The Declaration, the Articles of Confederation, and the original state constitutions were written during a period of wartime on American soil. Within 10 years of the end of hostilities of the War for Independence, the Constitution and Bill of Rights were written. The founding documents being formulated under those conditions do not, the enumerations therein exist that constitutionally address any and all issues of safety and security while concurrently guaranteeing the protection of essential natural rights enumerated in the Declaration of the Bill of Rights. The answer is yes. Now, presenting in this book some of the best document sources in the history of America and some of the latest and greatest scholarship on the fundamental and constitutional principles, Volume 1 serves to introduce to the readers the latest and greatest scholarship on fundamental and constitutional principles and on the true meaning of key phrases and principles, and in doing so, checks and exposes some of these 20th to 21st century misdirection, disinformation, and the ongoing usurpation and abdication of enumerated powers in Article 1, Section 8, and Article 2 of the President. Understanding key constitutional phrases and principles will empower the people to facilitate restoration of the Republic through a return to proper execution of the Constitution and constitutional laws and the common defense of rights to life, liberty, and property. That is, in essence, the purpose and end of civil government. Thank you for watching. Again, my name is Daniel McGonigle. The book is Execute the Laws to Restore the Republic. There's a Facebook page with that title, and there's a website under construction right now, but not available, but it will be, and that is executethelaws.com. Thank you.